Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Nur Ainiam Dela binti Roslan, S50836. Today I'm going to summarize live feed culture AQU3201. Okay. For the microalgae, there are many types of plankton. Plankton can be either phytoplankton, bacterioplankton, and zooplankton. For the phytoplankton, which is microalgae, unicellular colonial of filamentous form, it is primary producer of planktonic world, such as chlorella species and spirulina species. These include organisms such as diatom and larvae of fish and crustaceans, such as Daphnia species and copepod species. For the bacterial plankton, recycles of planktonic world and free-floating bacteria. For the zooplankton, that form an important link in food chain from primary to tertiary level, leading to production of fisheries. In addition, it is used as bioindicator organism for physical, chemical, and biological processes in aquatic ecosystem. Algae classified into four major, which is blue-green, green algae, diatom, and flagellate. For the blue-green, it is include species under division of Cyanophyta. It is mostly single-cell organism or aggregation of single-cell organism. For example, Anabena and Apanizomena. This toxin can cause death and illness in livestock. Moreover, high number of blue-green often indicate high nutrient level in water. For green algae, which include species from division Chlorophyta, it is morphological diverse of microscopically, which unicellular and multicellular, and macroscopically, which is planktonic and filamentous. For copepod, it is nutritionally suitable for marine fish and shrimp larvae, and it is constitute a large percentage of diet in natural environment. It is feed as supplement or alone. If compared to Artemia napoli and rotifer, they can improve larvae growth and survival. There are three types of copepod, which is Calonoida, Harpasticoida, and Cyclopoida. This is life cycle of copepod, which is hatched from larvae of a mite-like. The napoli then morph into a stage of copepodite juvenile, which has a shape similar to a duck. When they sexually mature, the copepodite gradually grow into adult form. Before being adult, they will go through multiple phases. This cycle may take a little as 1 week or up to months or years, depend on the species of copepod. For the cladoceran, cladoceran is zooplankton that found in freshwater habitat. There are two cladocerans, namely Daphnia and Moina, important life food in finfish and shellfish hatchery. It is high reproduction and ability to thrive on phytoplankton and organic waste. The life cycle of Daphnia reproduce either by cyclical or obligate phytogenesis. There are 4 to 6 instar stages which Daphnia grow from naples to maturation through a series of 4 to 5 more. There are two types of procedure of Daphnia culture, which is tongue culture. The Daphnia very sensitive to contaminant, and for the pond culture, the Daphnia can produce in pond at least 60 cm in height. For the life cycle of Moina, it is a reproductive cycle that has both sexual and asexual phases, and the brood of produced 1.5 to 2 days, with most female that producing 2 to 6 brood during lifetime. There are two procedures of Moina culture, which is batch culture and semi-continuous culture. For the rotifers, there are three types of species. There are three species of rotifer in marine water, which is Brachiones plicatilis and Brachiones rotodiformis. And for the freshwater, is Brachiones calcipolarus. The rotifer potassium, as it can be used alone supplement or used for marine larviculture and used for ornamental marine fishes. For the life cycle of rotifer that consists 2 modes, which is good time and bad time. Good time, which during female phytogenesis, the emetic female produce emetic egg that develop and hatch into emetic females. For bad times, which under specific adverse environmental condition, females switch to sexual reproduction and male present during this condition, but they are smaller than females. No feeding structure, um, no feeding structure, and only live for a day. There are 3 units of culture technique, which unit for culturing of food for brachianus, unit for brachianus stock culture, and mass culture unit, which is batch culture, semi-continuous culture, and feedback culture. For the Atermia is small brachiopod crustacean used in leaf diet in larvae culture of fish and shellfish, and it is unit that form dormant embryos called cysts. Artemia, there are 2 Artemia culture, which is traditional culture and cyst production of Artemia. This is example of commercial sources of Artemia. The life cycle of Artemia consists of 4 general stages of cyst, nauplius, juvenile, and adult. For cysts, metabolically inactive of dormant as soon as they are kept dry and the cyst breed after immersion in seawater. For nauplius, the instar first larva does not take up food as digestive system not functional yet. For juvenile, antenna will lose locomotory function and undergo sexual differentiation, which male develop into hook grasper and for the female, sensorial appendage. Last but not least, for adult, it will have an elongated body with 2 stalked complete eyes. For the black one, it is a larvae of no-biting mages of family Chironomidae, contain red hemoglobin, highly nutritious and nourishing. And the importance of the black one is fish grow faster and spawn yearly when fed with live black ones and live food in ornamental fish industry. The culture method of bloodworm is any tongues or even aquarium can be used for bloodworm culture and cover up the tank with nylon netting to prevent mosquito from laying egg into tank. And for the harvesting, 12 to 40 days with a scoop net and may be put into plastic bag filled with water. And for the pond cultivation, easy and cheap and 2 to 7 days, egg will hatch bloodworm will float from 3 to 6 days. For the life story of bloodworm, involve 4 stages of egg, larva, pupa, and adult. The eggs are laid in a mass that placed at bottom of tank. Each larva molts for time before it reaches to the pupa stages. Adult flies are delicate, long-legged, and usually not more than 5 mm. For the Trochophora, planktonic stages bivalve larvae such as mussel, oyster, clam, and high nutritional value, and it is suitable for food for marine fish larvae. The life cycle of Trochophora for lifespan is about 4 to 5 years. There are 3 main periods in zebra mussel: life cycle, which larvae, juvenile, and adult stages. The larvae are planktonic during their initial 3 life stage of Trochophora, straight-hinged villager, and umbener villager. Mussels are considered adult when they become sexual mature. In addition to increased quality of Trochophora larvae, they must be fed with algae with a good nutritional value, synchronized spawning time to obtain good quality sperm, avoid egg clumps, use sperm of various male to ensure a good genetic offspring, and artificial fertilization. Okay, last but not least, for to-be-fed worm, slushworm, sauvage worm, or lime snake. There are 2 types of to-be-feed worms, which is red to-be-fed that mainly culture species, and black to-be-fed, which is a similar species but dark in color. The life cycle of to-be-fed worm which is it has a biannual life cycle. Most adult tubivores die after breeding, and the other reabsorb their reproductive organs and return to immature condition, able to reproduce more than once in their lifetime, and become inactive at 5 Celsius and very sensitive to chlorine. Okay, the advantage of tubivorm one is high in protein and very easy to culture. And for the disadvantage, it is die easily during transport and many pollute our water when decay. That's all from me. Thank you.